Imagine shooting a man with your last bullet, and he stands there, unfazed.
At some point, he just held the ignited dynamite and blew up with it. And guess what? He was standing there, chilling, like he was before the explosion. Here are 5 ways to actually kill the Frankenstein monster. As you know, in Guillermo del Toro's new Frankenstein movie, the creature looks completely unkillable, but there are actually multiple ways to kill him, which I'll explain in case you ever run into Frankenstein and he starts playing too much. Before we move to the ways to how to cook the Frankenstein monster, let's see how he was born. Victor Frankenstein was the man who created him, and in this movie, he isn't just a crazy scientist. He's a genius surgeon who becomes obsessed with defeating death after losing his mother. He turns that obsession into his life's mission, building a towering laboratory that feels more like a cathedral than a workspace for him. Bringing the dead back to life isn't science, it's religion. And there was a man who was paying for all of this, Harlander, the man who was slowly dying, and his only hope was that crazy idea to put himself into that experiment and defeat the death. But at the very moment when experiments should be started, Harlander asked Frankenstein to save his life after he funded all his ideas to make sure it would be 100% succeeded. But Frankenstein answered by this.
Oh, hell no.
Desperate Harlander went into fight with Frankenstein but accidentally slipped into giant hole and didn't survive. To create the creature, Victor gathers multiple corpses, soldiers, criminals, victims, and stitches them together with extreme precision. Every tendon, every muscle, every organ is sewn into place like a handcrafted sculpture. And unlike older versions of Frankenstein, Del Toro's monster has no metal parts, no bolts, no machinery. He's pure biology, reanimated flesh, fueled by electrical energy. After everything was brought to the laboratory, the giant batteries, bodies, and every other detail, then Frankenstein went on top of the building in the heavy rainstorm and installed the giant silver spike, which could catch the lightning strike, and everything went as it was planned. The creature obtained the lightning power, and every organ started to feel alive again. Multiple dead person remains got that spark of life again. But the creature didn't wake up in that same moment. Victor went for sleep, and in the morning, his face had that expression as he looked at his ex-wife with divorce papers. And now, as we know how the Frankenstein creature was made, we can move to our topic. How to actually kill him. We can clearly see in the movie that bullets barely slow him, fire can't stop him, and even massive trauma only makes him angrier. But no matter how unstoppable he seems, every monster has limits. And today I'm breaking down the 5 scientifically accurate ways to actually kill him, based on real biology, regeneration science, and what we see in the film. His body is literally supercharged biology, rapid cell regeneration, abnormal nerve conduction, enormous strength which gives him the power to bend iron, break down the chains with bare hands like it was a wooden stick, tear apart one of the strongest predators, survive the freezing Arctic water after being shot 3 times with some super shotgun and then thrown in the ice bath by the ship's sailors. But even crazier is that he can easily move that same massive iron-plated ship with full of people. At some point, he just held the ignited dynamite and blew up with it. And guess what? He was standing there, chilling, like he was before the explosion, while the creator was flying in the air by the dynamite impact. And from all these scenes, we can clearly say that Frankenstein creature is just an absolute tank. But he also has stitched organs fused into one organism, which means if we target the right weak points, even he can be shut down, and there won't be any Frankenstein mad screamings at 3 a.m. anymore.
Method 1. Destroy the heart.
The creature's biggest weakness is the one organ that never fully recovered, the heart. In the film, every time his chest is damaged, his regeneration slows down. The heart is still the original organ from the corpse, stitched, scarred, and fragile. If you destroy it completely, the creature loses the circulation that powers his regeneration. To kill him, you don't aim for the head, you aim for the heart. Total destruction, crushing it, vaporizing it, burning it beyond repair. His healing can't help him if the pump that feeds his entire body is gone. So this is the fastest and most reliable method, because without blood flow, there's no oxygen, no energy, and no regeneration.
Method 2. Overload his regeneration.
His healing is insane, but it's not magic. It's just extremely aggressive cell regeneration, and regeneration burns energy like crazy. So if you damage him faster than he can heal, the system collapses. You can also use sustained fire hot enough to melt flesh, like it was already happened in the movie, when 2 giant batteries caught on fire and went down to the creature. If you pay close attention, you will see that his skin was burned by the liquid, which was splashed on him when it broke by the impact. Also, rapid repeated trauma could push his biology past the limit. Maybe another loss in his life, like it was happened at the ceremony, in the farm, when Frankenstein's only one friend passed away.
Stay with me. Share my food and fire.
Or when his creator, one and only Frankenstein, passed away in his hands.
I forgive you.
All of this repeating, heartbreaking trauma can lead to like overheating a machine. Eventually, the system just breaks. In real life, even animals that regenerate like salamanders can die if their cells divide too fast.
Method 3. Cryogenic shutdown.
His regeneration depends on heat. His body runs hot, fast, and constantly. If you freeze him to deep cryogenic temperatures, everything inside him stops. The blood crystallizes, the nerves stop firing, and the cells that heal him completely shut down. He wouldn't shatter like glass, but he would become biologically frozen in place, unable to restart. His body needs motion and warmth to function. Remove both, and you trap him in permanent biological stasis.
Method 4. Decapitation plus separation.
Decapitation alone won't kill him. His nervous system is too adaptive, and his regeneration tries to reconnect everything. But if the head is completely removed and kept far away from the body, then the body can't send signals to rebuild. The key is distance. His brainstem controls the regeneration commands, and if the head and body are separated by enough space, the biological connection dies. There's no way for his body to reboot. It's like cutting a cable and keeping the two halves in different countries. This method is difficult, but scientifically solid inside the movie world.
Method 5. Oxygen deprivation.
Let's move to last method, which is oxygen deprivation. We know that the creature's strength comes from a hypercharged metabolism. His healing burns oxygen like rocket fuel. Take away oxygen long enough, and his body collapses from the inside. Even if he lasts longer than a normal human, eventually his cells starve, the brain shuts down, and regeneration stops. He's not immortal, he just heals fast. But without oxygen, every organism, including him, reaches a breaking point.
Please help me.
Now you have all the answers. But which method is actually the best if you get stuck with the Frankenstein creature in the forest, as I mentioned at the start of this video? Let's rank them from least to most practical. Number 5. Oxygen deprivation, slow and unreliable. Number 4. Decapitation plus separation, effective but extremely hard to perform. Number 3. Cryogenic freezing, scientifically solid but requires equipment. Number 2. Regeneration overload, brutal but realistic in a fight. And our number 1 is heart destruction, fastest, simplest, and most reliable kill shot. And that's it, 5 realistic ways to kill Frankenstein's monster based on biology, regeneration, and the logic of the movie. Let me know which method you think is the most effective. But if you don't want to hurt this chill guy who only wanted to be loved and was to be useful for people, hit the subscribe button and send this video to your friend in case if he ever decides to fight with Frankenstein, and I'll see you in the next super duper video.